Okay, cool. That's cool. Well, you guys definitely check out the HaunTOPIC Podcast. And actually, if you're getting the audio right now, you're listening to us right now.
That's right. You'll be listening on HaunTOPIC Radio.
Welcome to HaunTOPIC Radio.
So you got into this industry, I'm assuming just like how pretty much everybody else does, just really loving Halloween and doing something at home like we do.
When we weren't doing anything professionally, I went to my garage and I just learned how to build. It was a 300 square foot garage.
Yeah.
But had 5 rooms in it, 5 actors, just learn timing and flow. It was only like 300 to 400 people on Halloween, but it gave me enough to just kind of keep tweaking, learning how to use cheap stuff. And we use simple scares at our haunt in Missouri, Dead Factory. We do that too. So a lot of just simple, loud noise, air. We had a few small animatronics, but majority are, 70 to 80 actors.
Wait, 70 to 80?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're just on you. We have guys that are veterans. We have younger crew, of course, every year. We kind of let our younger ones hang out with our veteran ones, learn the ropes. Yep.
See, for us, it's weird because we are pretty much all babies in it, right?
Right.
We have a staff that rotates anywhere 13 to 15 people, and we have a shitload of animatronics. But we kind of put those outside for the people that are too afraid of the haunted house. They can just kind of look at those.
Yeah.
But when you go into our walkthrough haunted house, it's all actors, and that's really where we've been stepping up our game, is doing bigger, more professional scares.
Right.
And the very first year we had maybe 3 people in there and 8 different rooms in our 2-car garage, and it was tarp and PVC, right?
Right.
And this year for 2021, we have so much in store that's really like competing with a lot of commercial haunts, especially in our area. Like I said, last year we had 1,000 trick-or-treaters just on Halloween night.
Sorry, I had to get some water.
It's all right. I'm getting choked up over it.
No, man, yeah.
But we had 1,000 trick-or-treaters on Halloween night, and it's literally just on our property that we live. It's in our 2-car garage. So, now it's gotten to the point where we have to hire security staff, and we have to hire more actors. I say hire, but ask people to do this for us. And we do our haunt 100% free. We do accept donations, but realistically, we're not the kind of place that's pushing a donation sign in front of somebody's face. We do it just for our community.
Right.
And we've gotten so much love out of our community. We thought that people were going to be pissed off that there were 1,000 kids lined up on their street on Halloween night, but it's actually really the opposite. It's turned really good, and never realized how much of an impact something like a little haunted house could have on a community.
It's crazy how to see the enthusiasm and creativity out there for home haunters. I believe it wouldn't be an industry if it wasn't for home haunting, really. There's so many smaller haunts that don't get recognition that are awesome haunts. They don't have the marketing budget. They may fold in 2 or 3 years because they don't have enough to keep going.
Right.
Like for HaunTOPIC, we just try to put out free stuff, whether it's about marketing or whether it's about COVID restrictions, fire safety, scare acting, just whatever we can do to help people. Thank God for YouTube, because if I don't know something, I go straight to YouTube. It's like,
that's been the cool thing about us is, I imagine maybe 10, 15 years ago, before YouTube was out, before podcasts were out, if you wanted to do a home haunt, it was just like, let's come up with our own idea. Whereas now I can look online and I say, okay, I know I want to do this. Let me look at this person's product, or let me look at this person's haunt, see if I can either, purchase it or recreate it myself to have my own touch to it. And there's been some stuff that we've looked at online, some of these vendors that are charging $4,000, $5,000 for something, and we're able to recreate for pennies on the dollar. I still want to support the companies for their original idea, but at the same time, it's like, dude, we're super duper duper mom and pop shop. And once I imagine that everybody started that way, and as you grow up, maybe the money isn't the same value as the time, right?
Yeah,
so
that's when
I can spend 20 hours building a prop, but 3 years from now, might just be easier for me to buy that prop.
Yeah.
You know, or buy that scare. So
Yeah.
in our neighborhood, we're known as like the haunted house people, right?
Right.
Kind of stand out by ourselves. Here, it's like you're finally one of the crowd, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really great to be at Transworld, man.
It's a good family to be in.
Yeah, it definitely is.
A lot of good people. So.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that like there's not people shitting on each other
Yeah.
like any other industry that you're in. Is somebody saying, oh, we don't like that guy, we don't like this guy, or that haunt copied this, or these people copied that. It doesn't really work here. It's like, you take that idea, but I'm gonna tweak it to be my idea and kind of plus it up or make it a little better.
Yep.
And everybody kind of just understands that and respects everybody's creativity. I
Right.
mean, it's really an industry based off of creativity.
Yep. It is.
Bunch
It
of
is.
artists in business. That's weird, you know?
Yeah. And that's where sometimes they get messed up, you know, because a lot of creatives don't have that business sense. So that's why it's important to go to these seminars at Transworld and other trade shows, because that makes a big difference. The more you learn, I'm still learning. I don't know everything. And I never will say that I do know everything, because everything's changing.
Right.
It's an industry that, you know, it's always changing. It's evolving. It changes. You know, you got different trends that are going on, things you want to avoid in haunted houses sometimes. You know, so it's always keep your pulse on the industry, because it's always moving.
And the other thing that's really cool is like, even as we look out, you can see that there's some kids that are super young, and then you can see people who are a little bit old. I mean, it's literally almost every generation of person you can imagine is into haunting.
Right.
You know, so I think that's also a good idea, because some of these older guys got an idea of what works. The newer guys can learn something from it. Some of these newer guys got a new idea that maybe these older guys are stuck in their ways, right?
Right. Well, there's some vendors here that are, they started building stuff. Like for example, Mike over Hallucination Creations. He's builds animatronics, loud sounds. He started in his garage at 12 years old.
Wow.
He's been listening to me since he was little. So he was building stuff in his garage. Now he has a booth. You know, one of the bigger guys here.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he might be in his 20s now. So I was talking to him last night. He's like, dude, I started just with this and this and this in my garage, and I was selling. I had people coming to me asking me at 12 years old, how do you do that? What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, so follow your dreams. If you like haunting, you like scary stuff, you have an idea for something, start it. Don't wait. Just start it, get it going. Maybe try Transworld out one year or a smaller trade show and see how it goes.
So with you doing Scare It badges, with you doing HaunTOPIC, do you still do a home haunt?
Nope, I do. We do Dead Factory. So we're here.
Oh, okay.
We're here in Missouri.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half away off of Kingdom City exit. We're in Mexico, Missouri. This is our 7th year. It's a 12,000 square foot building. The haunt's about 8,000 square feet.
Is the haunt year round, or the haunt just during the Halloween season?
Just October. We've tried to open it early, and even November. My community is 12,000 people, so we're only open 10 nights. Last year was one of our busiest seasons. We had people driving from Iowa, Illinois, Arkansas, Kansas. They were all just kind of, a lot of things were shut down. We were still open, so a lot of people were taking road trips. They were just hitting, 2 or 3 different haunts, or on a weekend, and then driving back home.
Yeah, that's one thing that we noticed, was that there were some haunts, commercial haunts, that are gigantic, that were closed Halloween season, and we had people that were traveling an hour and a half just to come to our garage. So at that point it kind of opened our eyes. We're taking advantage of maybe somebody else not being able to perform, but it's really able to promote what we're doing, and kind of opened our eyes to like, hey man, maybe we should be doing this commercially, But, I mean, isn't that the goal for every home haunter someday, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any pointers or tips you can give to a guy like me that's kind of new booty to this whole haunter thing?
Yeah, so how long have you been home haunting?
We've done 3 years in a row.
3
Other
years?
than that, I've always done like the styrofoam gravestones that you'd get at Party City or what have you, right? But this is 3 years that we've done walk-through haunted houses. This will be our 4th year, 2021.
One thing, when you're doing your home haunt, create a theme and take that theme and then save it. Each year, do a different theme 4 rooms and then save it and then do something else. So by the time you're done home haunting 3 or 4 years, you have 12, 15 rooms
So just
already built,
revolve around,
already
yeah.
saved. Dead Factory is based around a neuroscientist, brain doctor. The first 30% of the haunt is medical themed, doctors, nurses, patients. Then you come to a certain point and it turns into his brain, his mind.
Wow.
So that's when you get your clowns and your baby dolls and your tight spaces and the dark, and
You start seeing his inner workings.
yes, you start seeing it, everything. The first room you walk in is kind of like fluorescence and brain, you know. So I just, well, shit, that was the theme I came up with.
Yeah, that's an awesome
And it
concept.
worked because I
Yeah.
had so much stuff. But even with your circus theme, I mean, you could do creative things with the circus. You know, you could do a hillbilly circus. You could do or just make
Yeah, have rodeo clowns. or
rodeo
whatever.
clowns, pirate clowns. So you could always,
Yeah, zombie clown. Yeah, I mean,
dude, I get people, you don't have any clowns at the Dead Factory, do you? No, we don't have any clowns at the Dead Factory.
we do get people that say we're really interested, but the clowns scare us. Yeah, show up anyway. Unfortunately, we can't hide our clowns.
Yeah.
It's known as a circus.
Yeah, we have them right out front too, but you got to pay to get in. And then you see the clown, you're like, oh shit,
Yep, they got me.
they got clowns.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Again, we are at which booth number?
Booth 1032. Think Halloween's 1031. We're 1032, so
That's a great way of thinking
right next to
about it.
Halloween.
So come by Scarlet Badges, come check him out. Talk with Brian, he's a good guy, he'll help you out. And again, this is a great way for you to really promote all of your workers being reliable, coming through, and celebrating their hard work that they do for your haunt.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, brother.
You too.
You have a good one.
You too.